Hi, I'm Nikki Coffin and welcome back to our Recruitment Manager Training Tips. If you are familiar with the 80-20 Pareto principle, you'll be aware that as much as 80% of your time is generally wasted. Now, to put that into perspective on a day-to-day basis, that's as much as 6 hours a day that we waste on either low or zero return activities. Sir Richard Branson and Lord Alan Sugar all have the same 24 hours a day that we have, so how come they achieve so much more than we do? Well, one of the most important things I've learned in business is that time is more important than money. And the reality is that you can always get more money, but you can't make more time. So therefore, it's crucial that you use your time effectively and you become really conscious of where you're focusing your efforts and spending your valuable time. So here are 7 fundamentals that can drastically change the way you view and also use your time. The first one is value time more importantly than money. Most people are fairly good at watching their money. They know how and what they're spending and also what they're saving, but they can't say the same about time. Most people are totally unconscious of how they spend their time and waste huge amounts on things that give them very little return. So when you start to think of time being more valuable than money, you naturally start to utilise it better. The second thing is time spent is a decision. Many people make the excuse that their time is not their own. Their days are spent fielding one interruption after another or constantly chasing up on people for information. While it may often feel though that others are demanding your time, ultimately the decision is up to you. If you refuse interruptions or structure your schedule for the day to only deal with queries during certain time periods, you'll find your time wasting decreases. The third thing is analyse your time. Do you even know what's taking up most of your time, or do you just drift through each day hoping to accomplish something? The truth here is that most of the time we aren't very aware of how much time we spend on activities that don't contribute to bringing in revenue. And by doing a simple time check daily for a few days, making notes on where you've spent your time perhaps every 15 or 30 minutes and reviewing it after 3 days, you'll be surprised to see where you've spent your time, and you can then focus on being more productive. So number 4 is to set time boundaries. Checking emails, social media, answering phone calls or staff queries can end up taking most of your day if you allow it to. So allocate specific times when your staff can consult you, and in between that, don't allow them to disturb you. The same applies to your emails. Don't leave them open on your desktop. Instead, set a reminder to check your email perhaps twice a day, or even once an hour. That way you can focus on your work without distractions. The 5th thing is time equals results focus. Being busy isn't the same as being productive. And if you want to waste less time, then your time needs to be focused on those activities that are going to deliver results. Admin, for example, might be important, but it's not where the money is. Clients, on the other hand, do hold the purse strings. Therefore, focus your efforts on tasks involving clients that will bring in revenue. So number 6 is focusing on golden KPIs. What is the one thing that can make a big difference in your business? So in my recruitment business, this was getting first interviews. So pretty much for 12 months, I made this our focus. I knew that for every 7 first interviews, we'd get a placement. So I focused everything that my team did near enough around generating first interviews. And that helped us to net an extra £1 million revenue that year. Number 7 is only working certainty. So once you've been in the industry for a while, you'll get a feel of what works and what doesn't. Consultants often waste a lot of time working on dead-end jobs and candidates. They know that it won't go anywhere, but somehow they feel it should be working anyway. So stop working the dead-end tasks and instead focus your time consistently on the things that are going to make a difference. So remember that the results you get will be a direct reflection on where you focus your time. And if you reduce the time you waste by just half, you can be 3 times plus as productive. It's your time. Be wise how you use it. So there you have it. That's our Recruitment Manager training tip for today. And if you'd like to know even more about becoming an efficient and top performing team, then sign up to my new free training webinar, The 9 Keys to Get Your Team to Build Multiple Figures This Year and Beyond. Here's the link where to sign up for that. I'm going to be showing you some new tips and techniques to get big performance quickly. And again, here's the link of how to sign up for that. I look forward to seeing you next time, and thanks very much for your time today.